Welcome to the third day of Media Summit Tel Aviv 2020. Israel is a startup nation. It has most startups per capita in the world. And today we'll hear some startup pitches, we'll talk about the power of social media and much more.
Wow, it's the third and the last evening tonight. If you missed the first two evenings of the summit, you still find it online on our website. We were mainly focusing on Holocaust remembrance, anti-Semitism, racism, fake news and hate speech. But before we start, we want to thank all of you for your feedback and your messages. We are overwhelmed by all those positive reactions. Jenny said she was nearly crying today. May I say this? Yes. A lot of people were already asking us about next year, and yes, we are planning to have the second Media Summit offline here in Tel Aviv, and you can win 2 flights and the admission to the summit. You just have to sign through the website and fill out a short survey after the summit.
Thanks to Bavaria, Israelis think that it's common in all of Germany to drink beer for breakfast and for lunch. And they're very surprised when I tell them that in Hamburg, where I come from, we say kein Bier vor 4, which means no beer before 4 p.m. But cultural differences and misunderstandings should be no obstacle to economic relationships. Bavaria is a very important partner for Israel when it comes to innovation. Bavaria opened an office in Tel Aviv in order to connect companies from Bavaria and from Israel. Please welcome Florian Herrmann, who is the head of the Bavarian State Chancellery and Bavaria's Minister of State for Federal and European Affairs and Media.
Dear friends from Israel, dear friends from Europe, it is a great honor for me to speak at the first Startup Media Tel Aviv Summit and to address you on the third and final day of this online event. Bavaria and Israel are partners of a special kind. We in Bavaria are very proud of this long-standing and close friendship. In these times of change, we are seeking all the more to form strong partnerships and collaborations, ideally with innovative, dynamic partners sharing our values such as democracy, respect for human rights and rule of law. For us in Bavaria, Israel fits this description perfectly, whether in the field of culture or creativity, education or entrepreneurship, business or science. Israel also has a unique culture for digital innovations and for finding new ways to excel in the fast-paced digital world. That is one of the reasons why in 2017 Bavaria was the first German state to open an office in Israel. Located in the heart of Tel Aviv, the Bavarian office is a meeting point that helps us to build even more bridges between Israel and Bavaria. Through our cooperation, we aim to develop future-oriented projects and relationships and to encourage dialogue. Most importantly, however, we aim to connect people. One important field of our cooperation is research and higher education. In 2018, Bavaria and Israel initiated the so-called Denkwerkstatt, a joint platform for researchers that allows them to work together on research initiatives. Our Bavaria-Israel Partnership Accelerator, in short BIPA, is another example. It promotes open innovation between companies and entrepreneurs in Bavaria and Israel. Bavaria was also the first German state to enable students to gain work experience in innovative Israeli companies under the new Kibbutz program. All this has contributed to further strengthening ties between Bavaria and Israel in innovative areas. We are partners, and even more important, we are friends. Together, we foster mutual understanding and an open mindset and tolerance. Nowadays, this is more important than ever. We have seen that freedom of speech, which is a cornerstone of both our societies, can also serve as a pretext for spreading hate speech, intolerance and discrimination. Unfortunately, we see a rise of anti-Semitic rhetoric and extremist views, both in social media and in real life. The Bavarian government takes a firm stand against these deplorable developments. We not only talk about fighting anti-Semitism, we act with determination. Bavaria is the first federal state in Germany that has appointed a commissioner responsible for the fight against hate speech. The new guidelines on how to identify anti-Semitic crimes make it easier to prosecute these crimes, especially in the internet and on social media. There are several reasons why we need to fight these crimes. Because of our historic responsibility, but also because we have to ensure a media landscape that provides a fair and balanced framework also for the digital age. The digital era offers both opportunities and risks. We need to meet the challenges of a fast-developing digital world. We need to seize the vast opportunities of the economic transformations to create new jobs and develop new businesses. We are convinced that we can only achieve these goals if we work together. Our partnership with Israel is an excellent example of that. Joint government actions are not the only way to do this. Our online summit provides an exceptional platform for creative minds and solutions. I'm very much looking forward to this evening with its impulses and debates, and I'm confident that we can all meet again personally next year. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who has made this event possible, especially Dr. Susanne Glass and Jenny Herrmann, our dedicated hosts and organizers. Stay healthy and enjoy this evening.